Miffy's schoolteacher was a very nice bunny, and all the children loved her. When they found out that it would soon be her birthday, they began to think about what they could make for her. Miffy and her classmates talked about it in the playground. "Why don't we sew her a new dress?" suggested Aggie. "That would be too difficult," said Winnie. "We don't know her exact size." "How about a huge box of sweets?" "I love sweets," said Melanie. "I think she would like a big ice cream better," said Aggie. "Food is a good idea," said Miffy. "I think our teacher likes good food. Why don't we make a classroom restaurant for her?" "Yes," said Melanie. "Some of us can be the cooks and some of us can be the waiters." "What kind of food shall we make?" asked Winnie. "How about carrot soup?" asked Miffy. "My mother will help me to make carrot soup." Soon they all agreed on what each of them would do. Miffy and her mother were soon busy, chopping carrots and cooking them. They made a large pan of delicious carrot soup. The other bunnies were making waiters' aprons and cooks' hats. They decorated some dishes for the restaurant table. They wrote a restaurant menu and coloured it in. They wanted the teacher's desk to look like a real restaurant table. When the day of the teacher's birthday came, all the little bunnies were giggling and whispering together. Their teacher wondered what was happening in her classroom. Then, all the little bunnies began to sing. "Happy birthday to you, happy birthday to you, happy birthday, dear teacher, happy birthday to you." The teacher was so surprised. "How nice of you all to remember," she said. She was very happy. "We have a special surprise for you," said Melanie. "Yes, we are going to make a birthday restaurant dinner for you, right here in our classroom," said Miffy. So they put a beautiful tablecloth on the teacher's desk, and a candlestick, and a menu card. The decorated dishes, a glass for water, and a knife, a fork, and a spoon. "Thank you, children," said their teacher. "This is a beautiful and original restaurant, and I really like it." Then she looked lovingly at all her students. But she felt a little sad that all of her pupils were standing there to watch her eat. So she said, "I think I would enjoy this even more if all you cooks and waiters joined in. Why don't you push all your desks together and then we can all sit down at the same table? I think there's enough of this lovely carrot soup for us all." The teacher got some bowls and spoons from the school kitchen, and she and all the little bunnies enjoyed the wonderful meal. There was enough delicious carrot soup for everyone. It was the grandest birthday party ever in their classroom. At Miffy's school, the children were learning about nature. Their teacher said, "Nature can be big things like trees and mountains. It can also be little things that you can find anywhere, even in your garden. Tomorrow, each of you must bring something from nature into our classroom." All the bunny children were excited and they began whispering together, thinking about what they could find. When Miffy arrived home, Father Bunny was in the garden. "Father," she said, "our teacher wants each of us to bring something from nature to school. What do you think I should bring?" "Well, just look around you, Miffy," Right here in our garden there is nature all around us. Miffy looked and she saw a bright red apple. She saw birds flying in the sky. She saw a little worm crawling out of the ground. She saw some beautiful stones. And of course, there were many flowers all around. She didn't know what she should choose. Her father said, "In the morning, why don't you pick a nice red apple? After you show it to your class, you can eat it for lunch." Miffy thought that was a clever idea. In the morning, she went out into the garden, and just as she was about to pick the apple, a beautiful butterfly landed right on her arm. "That's it," whispered Miffy. "I'll bring this beautiful butterfly to my class." So she walked slowly and quietly towards her school, being very careful not to frighten the butterfly. "Good morning, Snuffy," whispered Miffy. "You can walk along beside me, but you must be very quiet." Snuffy wagged her tail happily. She gave a little bark. And the butterfly flew away. Miffy was very sad. Everyone else in the class had brought interesting things. Melanie had found an empty bird's nest. Winnie brought some bright, colourful leaves. Aggie had a beautiful stone. They each had something from nature. But Miffy had nothing. Then Snuffy, who was waiting outside the school door, gave another happy bark. And Miffy suddenly had an idea. She raised her hand. "Please, miss," she said. "I did bring something from nature, but I'm not sure I can bring her inside." "Her?" asked the teacher. "Do you have a friend outside?" "Yes," said Miffy. "She's my good friend Snuffy. Isn't a dog a wonderful part of nature?" All the other bunnies laughed, and so did the teacher. "Yes, Miffy," she said. "You are right. Snuffy is a lovely little dog, and she is certainly an important part of nature. Bring her in." One morning, Miffy was awakened by her mother, who whispered, "Miffy, get up. Today is your father's birthday, and I want to bake him a chocolate birthday cake." "Oh, what fun!" said Miffy. "Father loves chocolate cake, and so do I. May I help you bake the cake, Mother? And may I lick the spoon?" "Yes, yes, Miffy dear," said Mother Bunny. "But the problem is, I have no chocolate and not enough butter or flour. Could you go and ask Auntie Alice for some?" "Oh, yes, Mother. Auntie Alice is always baking cakes, so she will surely have those things." Mother Bunny gave Miffy a basket and said, "Shall I write a list for you? I can remember them by myself. Chocolate, butter, and flour," said Miffy's mother. "Yes, flour," said Miffy. "I was just going to say flour." "All right, Miffy, off you go," said her mother. "But remember, no flour, no cake." Miffy took the basket and repeated to herself, "Chocolate, butter, flour. Chocolate, butter, flour." As she walked along, Miffy met Poppy Pig, who was also carrying a basket. Hello, Miffy, said Poppy. Where are you going? Chocolate, butter, flour, said Miffy. You're trying to remember something you need, said Poppy. Me too. I'm on my way to the shops. I must remember to buy some vanilla, cream and flour. I'm on my way to Auntie Alice's house to borrow some chocolate, cream and flour, said Miffy. It's good that you can remember what you need, said Poppy. Vanilla, cream, flour. Vanilla, cream, flour. Vanilla. Then Miffy saw Barbara Bear. Good morning, Miffy, said Barbara Bear. I just came from the shop and I bought some potatoes, milk and sugar. That's interesting, said Miffy. I'm just on my way to my Auntie Alice's house to borrow some vanilla, cream and sugar. Vanilla, cream, sugar. Vanilla, cream, sugar. Vanilla, cream and sugar. Thank you, Auntie Alice, said Miffy. Here you are, Mother, said Miffy. Here is the vanilla, cream and sugar. You see, I remembered everything. Miffy's mother smiled. Are you sure you remembered everything? Where is the chocolate? Where is the butter? Where is the flour? Oh dear, said Miffy. I'm sorry I got all mixed up. Now there will be no chocolate cake for my father's birthday. Don't cry, Miffy dear, said her mother. With the vanilla, cream and sugar, I can make some wonderful birthday ice cream. That evening, when they all sat down for the birthday dinner, Father Bunny said, "This vanilla ice cream is delicious. What a splendid idea." Mother gave Miffy a wink, and they all enjoyed the birthday ice cream. One autumn day, Miffy was on her way to visit Boris and Barbara Bear. Along the way, she saw beautiful yellow, brown and red leaves. How beautiful they look, she thought. I would like to put them into picture frames and hang them on the walls. Miffy began to gather up the most beautiful leaves. By the time she reached Boris and Barbara's house, she had a basket full of them. Hello, Boris. Hello, Barbara. Look what I have. Autumn leaves in many bright colours. She laid them out carefully on Boris and Barbara's kitchen table. Can you help me make some picture frames, please, Boris? Yes, I can, Miffy, said Boris. They will make lovely gifts. So they went out to Boris's workshop to find some nice wood to make the frames with. While they were busy, a breeze blew through the house. Oh dear, said Miffy. Where are all of my leaves? That's funny, said Barbara. But look, Miffy, we still have 6 leaves left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That will be plenty, said Barbara. Let's go and finish the picture frames. But as they went to finish the picture frames, a bird flew in and took away another leaf. My goodness, said Barbara. We had 6 leaves left, and now we only have 5. Boris quickly closed the window. We don't want to lose any more of these beautiful leaves. I have made 5 frames, so we need 5 leaves. Well, said Miffy, I think that we still have enough. So they put the 5 leaves into 5 frames. Look how beautiful they are, said Miffy. You and Barbara shall have one. Thank you, Miffy, said Boris, and put their framed leaf on the wall. You still have 4 frames to give as presents. With the 4 framed leaves packed in a shopping bag, Miffy began to walk home. When she left the forest, she met Poppy Pig. "Hello, Miffy," said Poppy. "What are you carrying?" "I found some beautiful leaves in the forest, and Boris Bear made 5 frames for them. I gave them 1, so I have 4 left." "Would you like one?" "Oh, yes, please," said Poppy. "May I have a red one?" "Of course you can," said Miffy. "If you take this one, I will still have 3 frames left." "Thank you, Miffy," said Poppy. "It's beautiful." When Miffy arrived home, she said, "Look, Father, look, Mother. I found some lovely leaves in the forest, and Boris Bear made some frames for them. I would like to give one to each of you." Her mother and father were very pleased and hung the framed leaves on the wall. Miffy still had 1 frame left. "I'll do something very special with this one," said Miffy. It was a very windy day at the beach. Miffy and her father were pulling Miffy's little wagon, but the wind was blowing so hard that it was very difficult to pull. Miffy was very tired from pulling the wagon. Miffy said, "Father, isn't this a good place for our tent?" "Yes," said Father Bunny. "But because the wind is blowing so hard, it will be difficult to put up the tent." They worked together, and soon the tent was up, and they put all of their things inside to protect them from the wind. "That was difficult," said Miffy. "But it's very cozy inside here." "Yes, Miffy," said Father Bunny. "I think we deserve a biscuit now. But we must eat them quickly before everything gets covered with sand." When the biscuits were finished, Miffy and her father went out to play with a ball. But the wind was too strong. "Oh no!" cried Miffy. "My ball will blow into the water." But Father Bunny was able to stop the ball just in time. "Throwing the ball is too difficult in this wind," he said. "But I have an idea. This wind is perfect for flying a kite." So Miffy went inside the tent and brought out her beautiful red kite. "Okay, Miffy," said her father. "I will hold the kite up high, and you will hold on to the string. When the wind blows, I will let go. And if you hold on tight to the string, the kite will fly up in the air." A strong gust of wind blew, and Father released the kite, and it flew high up into the air. The red kite looked beautiful against the blue sky. But the wind was very strong, and the kite danced this way and that in the air. It was hard for little Miffy to hold on to the string. She was afraid that the wind would lift her off the ground and up into the air. "Hold on tight, Miffy," shouted her father. "I'm coming to help you." But he was too late. The kite hit the ground so hard that it was broken and torn. "Oh dear," cried Miffy. "My lovely kite is smashed." Father Bunny said, "Don't cry, Miffy. The wind is too strong at the beach today. I think we should go home." They carefully folded up their tent and put all of their things into the car. Miffy held her broken kite on her lap. She didn't cry anymore, but she was very sad. Miffy's mother made some warm cabbage soup for them. Then Miffy went to bed. She was very tired after her big adventure at the beach. Mother Bunny said to Father Bunny, "Do you think you can repair the kite?" "I will try," said Father Bunny. The next morning when Miffy woke up, she blinked her eyes in astonishment. There, at the end of her bed, was her beautiful red kite, as good as new. "My father is so clever," she thought.
Miffy, 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 run! With her friends she's having fun. Snuffy, grunty, Boris Bear, Pop